Hello and welcome to projectbin.com, and this is a basic online tutorial into animating in Adobe Flash. Specifically, we are going to be talking about motion tweening, which gives us the ability to tween or move a symbol from one position to another. In this case, I've got two separate symbols on two separate layers. As you can see in the timeline, I've just got a simple keyframe in frame number 1, and I've added another keyframe in frame number 30. I've moved both of the symbols to the right hand side of the stage, and just with a few simple clicks, Adobe Flash fills in the rest of the frames. So it gives us a nice smooth transition that's completed and done really easy. It's really quick and it's really efficient, much quicker than a frame by frame animation. Now to begin with, we'll start off with a brand new canvas, and in this tutorial we'll talk about two methods in which we can apply a motion tween to a graphic symbol. So with layer 1 selected, we'll just introduce a simple primitive shape. In this case, we'll select the oval tool on our tools palette, and we'll just draw a simple circle on our stage or canvas. Now in order to apply a motion tween and to animate this circle, we need to convert it to a graphic symbol. There's a quick and easy way that we can achieve that by selecting the selection tool, selecting this circle, and clicking F8 on the keyboard, and presents us with this palette which allows us to name the symbol. In this case we'll call it a circle. We need to ensure that the type is set to graphic. When we hit OK, it presents us with this blue bounding box, and it's also added the new symbol to our libraries palette, so we can actually use this particular symbol multiple times on our canvas if we wish. So at the moment I've positioned the symbol on the left hand side of the stage, and we're simply going to animate it to the right hand side of the stage. So I'll position it here, and what we're going to do is head over to our timeline, and in this case we'll just dedicate 30 frames to this animation. So with the 30th frame selected, we'll click F6 on the keyboard to introduce a keyframe. So this is going to represent our endpoint basically. So with keyframe number 30 selected, we'll move the symbol to the right hand side of the stage. Now if we scrub across our timeline, it just jumps from one keyframe to the other. But if we right click on our canvas, we can select Create Classic Tween, and basically that creates all the in-between frames, and we get this nice smooth transition from one side to the other. If we wish, we can introduce more keyframes on the layer by clicking F6, moving the object or symbol, and right clicking again and adding another Classic Tween. There's also another method in which we can apply a motion tween to a graphic symbol, and it's a relatively new technique that they've introduced into more recent versions of Flash. And to show you an example of this, we can head over, we'll start off with a new layer, and we'll use the same graphic symbol that we created before. So we'll head over to our library palette and we'll drag and drop the circle onto our canvas. In this case it's applied it to layer number 21, and what we'll do is we'll right click on keyframe number 1 and we'll create a motion tween, and that gives us a blue shaded area across our timeline. If we scrub across to, in this case, frame number 20, we can move the graphic symbol to one part of the stage to another. As you can see, it's created its own keyframe automatically. If we scrub back to keyframe number 1, you can see it animate from one keyframe to another. And it also shows the path in which it's taken to get to one side to the other. Also the individual frames. One thing that we can also do with this path is we can use the selection tool to bend the path and manipulate the path. So depending on where you click and drag on the path, it will manipulate it in different ways. And if we want, we can scrub further beyond the keyframe, move the object, and create another path and some more movements. So to finish off with this tutorial, I really encourage you to observe some of the features and effects that are available in the properties palette. For example, if we select the layer, we can adjust things like eases and rotations. If we select the symbol itself, we can even play around with some color effects and styles. We'll reserve that for another tutorial. But for the meantime, hopefully you've enjoyed this lesson into motion tweening, and good luck. Bye.